Let's go to Leanne Cusack now with the work being done at the University of Ottawa's Brain and Mind Research Institute. Leanne.
Exciting and hopeful work, Graham. Yes, Dr. Ruth Slack is the Institute's director. She and her research group's long-term goals are to promote the regeneration of the damaged brain after stroke or neurodegenerative diseases. She and her team are doing dynamic research on concussion as well, all offering hope to individuals and families dealing with the trauma of brain injury and cognitive decline. Dr. Slack, we're really happy to have you with us now because I think any family or individual in that situation needs optimism.
Well, thank you, Leanne, for having me. It's great to be here and also share the news of our upcoming event, Tea Time with the Docs. So
let's first start by the work that's done. So many people are unaware that the Mind and Brain Research Institute even exists here in the city.
Yeah, so the University of Ottawa Brain and Mind Research Institute is an institute of the University of Ottawa, and we're actually one of the largest neuroscience institutes in Canada. We have over 250 researchers, which includes scientists, electrophysiologists, neurosurgeons, neurologists, and we bring together multidisciplinary teams from institutions across the entire city of Ottawa. So these are international leaders that work together. So the idea is that 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, it equals 10, because they work together, the expertise is complementary, and we also bring in people with lived experience to really make sure the research gets tractions to really drive new discoveries for treatments for devastating neurological disorders.
Well, we know there are countless viewers watching who have either had a loved one battle a stroke or concussion or any other traumatic brain injury. Where are we now in 2021 as opposed to, say, 10 years ago, and where can we hope to be in the next few years?
So, I mean, people have worked for a long time to discover treatments for a lot of neurological disorders, such as dementia, for example. But one thing that we've discovered over the last few years, and Dr. Antoine Hakim, who you're going to have tomorrow, will talk more about that, but that many forms of dementia can be preventable. So it's not a given that during the course of aging, people will lose their cognitive function. Actually, dementia is preventable, and we can increase the brain's cognitive power just by making healthy lifestyle choices. So that's very exciting news, and it's very optimistic because the power is really in our hands, that we can make healthy lifestyle choices to keep the brain sharp, to keep memory sharp throughout the entire lifespan.
And I'm so glad you teased that Dr. Antoine Hakim will be on the show tomorrow, because he will actually offer, I believe, some exercises that viewers can, try their mind or their hand at. Wanted to discuss your upcoming event. Excited to be involved with you. It's not until May 28th. It's a virtual event, but you're bringing together a great deal of expertise. Tell us about that.
Right. So the event coming up, it's entitled Tea Time with the Docs. And this is where we bring together a lot of the expert researchers. And these researchers are leaders. Like, a lot of these have actually changed how people are treated, changed protocols for stroke recovery, for concussion recovery, and they've made a huge difference. So they're going to talk about how we can maximize our cognitive function and our memory in terms of dementia prevention, but also in other contexts, like the context of concussion. We know, for example, that repeated concussion increases the risk for dementia later in life. So we'll have Dr. Roger Zemek and Adriana Ledoux talking about concussion recovery strategies. So we'll have a number of different researchers talking about how we can maximize the brain's capacity.
Well, we have learned so much in a short period of time. We're excited about these layers of research that are being conducted at the Brain and Mind Research Institute. For families out there watching, for whom the everyday is such a challenge. What words would you like to offer?
You know, that there's hope out there, that researchers are working very hard to make new discoveries, and they also include people with lived experience. So it's very important to hear from patients and people that have lived experience, because that really helps to guide the research, and the clinicians and the scientists really want to hear. But there's a lot of work being done, and there's a lot of preventive strategies to improve cognitive function. So I think the future is bright, and there's a lot of exciting work.
Oh, that's great. That's a great note to end on. And thank you again for mentioning that tomorrow on the program, we will have Dr. Antoine Hakim, who will maybe give us some exercises for our brains. Thanks a lot, Dr. Ruth Slack.
Thanks so much.
Graham.
Thank you, Anne.